executed Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq could not bear this. What did he do? He said, when he saw that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was being beaten outside the Kaaba, Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq said, will you kill a man because he says Allah is one? And on that occasion, it was this occasion when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq especially was beaten up so much that his body was full of blood. He fainted, and when he awoke and he was in front of his mother, he said, how is my beloved Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? This is the passion he had. I'm building up to a certain stage where you will understand why I'm going through this glimpse in history. Then, when the Quraysh boycotted the Banu Hashim were boycotted, just the Banu Hashim, and Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq automatically went with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. In the valley of Abu Talib, he did not need to go there, because the boycott was only for Banu Hashim. But you see, Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq is beside Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What was the need for this? Let me ask you, if Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his companions were just greedy for the wealth and the might of this dunya, why did Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq go willingly, voluntarily to this boycott? Why did he survive for 3 years eating leaves off of trees? What was the need for this? The only need he had in his life was the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And when we see that the demise of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam from this world takes place, we see Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq kiss the forehead of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And we see him move forward to take over and do what? To give istiqamah, to give an established and honor to deen. How? By fighting those who are against the God, by fighting those who have gone away from religion. He fights them all the way till they say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And then they say that Abu Bakr Siddiq took the Khilafah by might. He took it by this, he took it by that. I ask, this person who for 23 years he was with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and every difficulty you can imagine he had it put upon him, and he gave his daughter to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You are saying that this man had greed for such worldly affairs? No, he was the best man amongst them. Even the Sahaba, if you look in Bukhari, you will see that the Sahaba Ikram said, we thought, even in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Hazrat Abdullah ibn Umar says, that at that time, even we thought that after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the best is Abu Bakr Siddiq, then Umar, then Uthman, then Ali. And this is the Aqidah of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. My dear brothers, when you look in the Quran, it says, وَسَيُجَنَّبُهَا الْأَتْقَى الَّذِي يُؤْتِي مَالَهُ يَتَزَكَّى. When you look at the word atqa, and you look at إِنْ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ, what does it mean?
Nara Takbir, Nara Risalat, Nara Tahqiq, Sunniyon ka Shahnshah,
Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. When you look at the atqa and you look at the words وَسَيُجَنَّبُهَا الْأَتْقَى الَّذِي يُؤْتِي مَالَهُ يَتَزَكَّى, you see atqa as well. What does this correspondence mean? This means that the best person amongst you is Abu Bakr Siddiq after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now, there is a big debate, or a so-called debate, that they say, ijma. What is ijma? Consensus of the ulama. Why? Why do we need this? What is it all about? Tell me the meaning of ijma. I say, look, we have got so many scholars and predecessors that have given us the deen as it is today. We don't need to ask you. Let's ask them. Let's ask Imam Azam Abu Hanifa, what does he say in Fiqh al-Akbar? He says, after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Ba'd al-Nabiyyin and Mursaleen, who is the best? Abu Bakr Siddiq. All the Aimma say it. Look at Mujaddid al-Fisani, he says it. Look at Shah Waliullah, he says it. And obviously, the Mujaddid of this century, Maulana Shah Ahmad al-Zarha, what else could he say but say that the best after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is Abu Bakr Bakr Siddiq. We don't need to we don't need the definition of ijma. We don't need to tell you ijma is this, ijma is that. No, our predecessors have solidified it for us and we are following their steps. And now, I would humbly request Askar Shah to come and deliver his speech on the honor of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his messages. Let us welcome him with the established Nara Nara Takbir,
Allahu Akbar,
Nara Risalat,
Ya Rasul,
Nara Risalat,
Ya Rasul,
Nara Tahqiq,
Haq Chaar,
Nara Tahqiq,
Haq Chaar,
Nara Haidari,
Ya Ali,
Nara Haidari.
Ya Ali.
نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وآله الطيبين وأصحابه الهادين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فإن آمنوا بمثل ما آمنتم به فقد اهتدوا وإن تولوا فإنما هم في شقاق صدق الله العظيم الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله. After the prayers of Allah Almighty and endless salutations upon the essence of the universe, Sayyidina Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, most honorable ulama, mashayikh, and my respected audience, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today's event has been convened under the title of Yaar Conference. Hence arises need for us to know the meaning of Yaar and to know who these blessed personalities are. The Chaar are the closest and the most beloved companions of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. The first one of these friends is the greatest human being after all the messengers and all the prophets. Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu. The second one of these friends is the chosen one of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and a role model for many of our leaders, Sayyidina Umar al-Khattab radiallahu anhu. The third chosen friend and son-in-law of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, is Sayyidina Usman bin Zunnun radiallahu anhu. And the last of these friends is the Lion of Allah and the Conqueror of Khaybar, Ali al-Murtada radiallahu anhu. All the companions of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, are the stars of guidance and an example and role model of faith for Muslims. This blessed group of people have been protected from the hellfire, and they will remain the companions of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, even in the hereafter, in the loftiest of paradises. The blessed Sahaba are a combination of the teaching and the guidance of Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. The Quran is a witness to their sincerity, as it says, يَبْتَغُونَ فَضْلًا مِنَ اللَّهِ وَرِضْوَانًا. Whatever good deeds they do, they only do it in order to please the Almighty. And Allah Almighty speaks of the passion and for sacrifice and says, مِنْهُمْ مَنْ قَضَى نَحْبَهُ وَمَنْ يَنْتَظِرُ. They bear upon their toes in order to sacrifice themselves in the way of Almighty. Furthermore, Allah Almighty tells us about the pureness of the Sahaba and the protection that He provided them with from the Shaitan. The Holy Quran says, and we set down upon them water which cleansed them from the impurity of the Shaitan. This ayah is specifically referring to those Sahaba, blessed Sahaba, who had the privilege of fighting alongside our brother Prophet, peace be upon him, in the battle of Badr. And it quite clearly tells us that the Sahaba are pure and that they have been protected from the Shaitan. Allah Almighty further states
Raza Mahdi.
Now, coming back to the ayah that I recited in the Quran, which Allah Almighty says, فَإِنْ آمَنُوا بِمِثْلِ مَا آمَنْتُمْ بِهِ فَقَدِ اهْتَدَوْا وَإِنْ تَوَلَّوْا فَإِنَّمَا هُمْ فِي شِقَاقٍ. If the people want to have faith, then they must follow the Sahaba. And if they turn away from them, they will surely go astray. The Sahaba are not only themselves Jannati, but the fulfillers of the mission of the Prophet peace be upon him, and have laid down the foundation of Islam till the day of judgment. It is this very blessed group that exerted all the efforts to deliver us the Holy Quran and Hadith, the biography of Prophet peace be upon him. Finally, I like to have a speech by reiterating the fact that we must follow their footsteps if we want to succeed as Muslims. And they are a role model of faith for us and all of humanity. And if we follow their footsteps, we can become good Muslims. However, by shunning their teachings, we'll only be treading the cursed path towards hell.
We see that the future, inshallah, for us holds a great light, inshallah. Al-Qibla Shah Sahib has the insight and the knowledge that his father had been blessed with also. My dear brothers, we are gathered here today to remember Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar and his honor. And when we say Sayyidina Siddiq Akbar, what do we remember? Let me just give you one hadith. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, I have paid off the debts of every single person who has given a favor to me, except for Abu Bakr. Subhanallah! I have given everything back. But Abu Bakr will be recompensed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How can you compare people to him? And how can you degrade his status when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger have given him such a lofty and high status? Al-Badr, मैं आपके सामने बुलबुले बागे रिसालत हज़रत अल्लामा मौलाना कारी हाफिज अब्दुल कादिर साहब नौशारी को दावत देता हूँ आप तशरीफ लाएं और हमारे क़ुरूब व अज़हान को मुनव्वर फरमाएं।
چہروں پہ اجالے
مقدس بارگاہوں میں دو دو تین تین اشعار جو ہے وہ مرتبت کی پیش کرنے کے ساتھ اور پہلا کلام جو ہے حضرت حسن رضا رحمۃ اللہ تعالی علیہ کا ہے. بیان